I've been looking into more advanced merging, and sometimes things work not the way you'd expect them. For instance, I'm trying to match these items here on this side. You can see I've got a Deimos Wing B hiding out somewhere over here. And when I place this one, it doesn't want to match. See, it's a bit staggered. This one here, which you could barely see, isn't in the same position. Why is that? Well, that's because we didn't place it in the correct order. Sometimes order matters. For instance, if one had placed this one first, this one could match. You see how it matches now? That's because it's not using these little snap hubs. It's using the snap over here, which is snapping over to this item over here. So that allows us to match the way it should be. And this might allow us to put the thing in its correct position, which it seems to be. Now that's one aspect of advanced snapping. Here's another one that involves the hull A that I didn't get to talk about last time. The hull A is this. And if you look at it, this is Semsex hull A from Gillibrand. It's got 3 snap points on both the front and the rear. But also importantly, it rotates, and you still get the 3 snap points front and rear. This allows one to stagger. For instance, this hull A is vertical. This hull B is horizontal. The reason this is useful is because I've only got these 2 elements which don't have anything exactly in the center. But because this has 3 snap points, I can stagger the location, and instead of putting it the center against the center of that, I'll get you an example. It stagger up, and that places a snap point exactly in the middle between these 2 modules. Now, this works against habitats too, so you could take 2 decks and turn it into 1 deck. Of course, you won't have any way to get in between them, but more importantly, this allows you to put an object in the middle. And this is what I've done here. This object here is in the middle. And if I had wanted to, I could move this thing to exactly in the middle as well. For instance, let's go ahead and see if I can put these together. Oop, not quite. Now, it gets finicky when you get something like that, because what happens is that the interface does not allow you to perfectly snap things where you want it. The step is too great. That's one thing you'll have to get used to. Sometimes you'll have to find a different way to do things. Let's see if this can be done. Now it's perfectly centered. Remove that. And because it's still centered, it won't go up and down automatically when we move our mouse, because we have not changed levels with our mouse. Now the nice thing about that And again, we'll have to do something similar. Get something that's exactly in the middle. And plop it in there. See, not quite yet. Let's try this one. Oh, so close. Let's try it one more time. Let's try it with that one. Ooh. Oh, not quite. We'll need to get exactly in the middle, and the interface just does not easily allow that. Oh, see how I skip over it? Come on, baby. So how do we fix that? Well, sometimes you just have to come back to it later. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Nope. Nope. See, we just skip over it. Even though we've got a connection point. That one right there. Still can't quite reach it. So sometimes you just have to find out a different way to do things. We managed to do it in this case, but we haven't managed to do it in that case. Sometimes what you can do is you can use up a snap. Let's see if I can use it up. And maybe that will leave the center one open. Let's find out. There we go. What I did is I made use of those snaps. They were no longer available, and it snapped to the nearest one, the center. And now you've got a centered structural item where you couldn't do it before.